everyone, Dawn from Cyprus here. Welcome to another one of my lives. It's been a whole week because of different circumstances. I'm sure you'd have seen a video explaining things. So we're back to normal now. Well, almost normal. Today's going to a special edition, which I'll get to in a minute. But I know a lot of people have said they can't get on right at the beginning of my live. So I'm going to do a little bit of the normal features first, just a few, just so people can get on that want to see what I'm talking about today. It's something that's happening and I'll go into that fully. Things that are going to change not only in Cyprus, but at least all the EU. But I'll talk about that when we get to that point. And for now, I'd just like to welcome you all to the P-Brain Show, which is my normal Monday edition. And we have Mr. Colin Waffles joining us. Here he is. He loves to come up. Kit was on the chair just before I started. So you nearly saw Kit, but Kit has been on a video that I've been filming. So do look out for Kit. He popped up in a video. I've been filming lots of little bits and pieces. I've just got to edit them all and stick them all together, what goes with what. So you'll see more of them. I just thought Kit might have come in then, but no. So what are you looking at now? What are you looking at, Mr. Waffles? He just hangs. He just hangs. You hear him? Hey there, how are you, Tara? Thanks for joining me. I was getting everyone listening to my cat. I'm fine. I've been very busy, so I will catch up with all channels soon. I went on a couple today, not very many, but anyone who's got longer videos, obviously, I do some of the quicker ones first. So we'll be catching up with everyone soon. You got the cat there. Look, there's little cat pictures for you, Mr. Colin Waffles. Yay! 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 Oh, he's louder now. He wants to get the keyboard. That's what he's looking at. He's hanging on me. He likes to tap the keys on the laptop. So if something normally goes crazy here when I've got, oh, he's off now. When I've got Mr. Colin Waffles, it's normally because he's pressed the keyboard. You love cats. Yes, you have a rather interesting pet. If ever you want to know what that is, go and find out who Noodles is on Tom Girl's City Squad channel. Okay, so I'm going to do a few little bits that I normally do, and then I'll get into what I want to talk about today. First thing, let's say, we'll talk about, we normally do a little section of what to watch on your coffee or tea break. They're short little videos normally, or something you might just like to relax and chill out with. I have put a few more in the description below here, such as I've got one on positive quotes that I've recently posted, things like that. But I was on Peter Dale's channel. If you're a regular on my chats, then you will probably know who Peter Dale is. And he does lots of filming of places to visit and landscapes and animals and other things, but mostly that on his channel. It's just called Peter Dale. And if you look in the links below, there'll be a link to one particular video on his channel. Okay, Tara. One particular video on his channel, because I actually asked him, of all the places he's videoed, which is his favourite? And he replied, I did have it written down, but it's in the link below. Oh, here it is. I know I had it ready. I had everything ready today. It's just I've got so much going on my desk. It was a video of the Great Ocean Road in Australia, and I've linked that video below. So it's his favourite place that he's filmed, and I particularly liked in it an area that's called Loch Ard, A-R-D. And if you're interested in rocks that form the columns and the arches and things like that, and the pillars of rocks in the sea, you will love this video. It really is awesome. So do check it out. That's Peter Dale's channel. The link below that says Peter's channel is this actual video. So if you go on that, obviously then you're in his channel anyway, and you can look at other videos. But I thought it was better to link the actual video that I'm talking about so you can see it. So do click on that. I've put Peter's channel, I think, and then I've put what to watch on your coffee break, the Great Ocean Road, Australia. So do have a look at that. So that's my little shout out there today of what to watch on your coffee break. Because I know sometimes people just want to watch something and they're like, oh, what shall I watch? So there's that. And then while we're on the shout outs, my new section I've been doing fairly recently, I call the ABCs. And what's ABCs, you ask yourself? Well, it's Awesome Badges Channel Shout Outs. And that is anybody who sends me a sticker, I turn them into badges and I do a shout out on these Monday lives wearing the badges. Ooh, Dawn's got a new one today. If you're up with my videos, well, who knows? So whose channel am I making a badge on today? Well, let's see what I've been crafting. Today we have Danny Day's Homestead. Yay! And I have just edited a video about her channel and she sent me a beautiful card. I won't show it because you have to watch the video, and about opening that, and it's on the end of a video I've just made. Hey Anne, have you finished your live? Anne was just doing a joint live, had to come out of it to get my stuff ready. She's doing a joint live with Black's Tropical Homestead with Sherry. And if you're in a country or new to a country where you have hurricanes, they were giving out lots of advice there. You can either watch it via Anne Dale Homestead channel or via Sherry's channel, Black's Tropical Homestead. They were doing like simultaneous. And I had both channels up, and because I normally watch Sherry's obviously on a Monday, but you're awesome and I have to follow you and support your channel when you do something. So I had them both playing simultaneously, and your channel was behind Sherry's. So you'd say it on Sherry's channel and then you were saying it on your channel. Whether that was because I clicked on her channel first, possibly. Adrina, hi there, how are you? Thank you for joining me again. You're an awesome supporter. I really appreciate you coming along. You're all done. Yeah, as I say, I can't watch the end of it because I'm normally setting stuff up. I've got something I want to talk about and I needed a little bit more information before I could talk about it. So yes, do check out Danny Day's Homestead. She's absolutely awesome. She's fairly new to growing and she's doing a brilliant job. So I've included some pictures from her channel as well in the video, but you'll see that. What else? I've got some other things I was going to do, but I'll keep those for Wednesday because they're bits and pieces. So on Wednesday I will do a catch up with you of anything you've missed why I was away Monday and Wednesday, but we're back to normal now, all things happening good. So I'll just have a little drinky and then I can begin. Okay. What's Dawn's drink today? Anyone catch that? So this is a little thing of Cyprus, but it's a directive of the EU. Now I'm going to keep it very factual by not going into too much information and only telling you exactly what has been written. So we'll start with this first of all. So bear in mind, this is for all of the EU, but they always use Cyprus as the trial and the scapegoat. We won't go into the situation, but back in a few years ago, when it was all the banking situation, when there was the economical crisis, they actually said if you had over a certain amount in the bank, then you had to give over any subsequent extra money. And that happened in Cyprus. A lot of financial people and general public lost a lot of money. We're not here to talk about that, but to show you how that only happened in Cyprus and then they stopped it. And it was supposed to be everywhere. So that gives you an idea of where this is going. And this is to do with the new regulations on making plastics. And I'm going to just read out what Cyprus was given by the EU word for word. An EU directive has set the bans on Wednesday, this was last Wednesday, of the EU 2019-904 should have been transposed by law by July 2021, stating single-use plastic products would be banned from this October the 1st. Plastic shopping bags scrapped entirely from February the 18th, 2023, including things such as single-use chopsticks, food and drink containers made of expanded polystyrene or foam. It will also include the stoppage of products such as wet wipes, pads, tampons, tobacco products with filters which contain plastic. MPs have previously approved an amendment for a 3-month extension from the implementation date of April the 30th to September the 30th to allow for all current stock to be sold, provided their orders were placed before July the 3rd, 2021, when all EU member states should have adopted the directive into law. So Cyprus got it delayed, but as they were saying, no other country asked for it to be delayed for any reason, and yet it should therefore be happening already in other EU countries, and all other countries, as far as I know, do not even know of this. I'm talking about the general public. So how come we've asked for a delay and it got approved, but it's not happening, which it should be, in other EU countries? So I thought this will be a good discussion point. Hi, Treasure Woman. Nice to have you on board. We're talking about a new directive of the EU, all plastics. There's going to be short-term, one-use items. They will be totally banned. And then we haven't got the full notification of the plastic that is going to be used, whether it's going to be certain numbers that's going to be stopped. As you know, they have numbers 1 to 7 in a triangle on the bottom. So they haven't said, does that mean every type of plastic? They said initially all the one-use stuff, but they're talking, the EU directive says all plastics. So we sat down and we kind of thought that would be near impossible with today's world. So I'd like you to think about, first of all, one-use plastics. What sort of thing would that mean has to go? And secondly, if it is an entire ban on all plastics, how would that work for some items? Now here, they're actually completely stopping, which I agree with, the shopping carrier bags. I know a lot of countries stopped them being free, but you could still pay to use them. Well, in my mind, you either say you're having it or you're not having it. It's either allowed or it's not allowed. So here they're totally banning those. And my first thoughts are workers that work in the plastic industry. How is that going to have an effect on things? So I want to get into a discussion with you with things that you're suddenly thinking, oh my goodness, what about that? So the first thing I'm going to do is I've gone through all the 7 numbers that you have on the bottom of plastic items, and I'll talk to you about those. If you don't know, on the bottom of anything made of plastic, it's got like a little broken triangle, if you like. It's a recycling symbol. There's a symbol there, and if you look very carefully, there's a number in there, and the number tells you, if you don't know, not all types of plastic can be recycled. So the number tells you if it can, or sometimes you'll see a recycling plant where it tells you put this number here, this number item in here, and so on and so forth. And also I can tell you with those numbers what they're normally remade into. The little triangle thing I'm talking about is called the SPI. It's the SPI number, and that stands for the Society of Plastics Industry. You learn something on my channel. So if it's got a number 1 in it, this is what is commonly known as the PET or the PETE, depending on which country you're from. And this is polyethylene terephthalate. I think that is something like that. It's all Greek to me. Haha, you know it's Greek words. And these items, so if it's got number 1 in the bottom, as I say, it's called a PET, PET. These are normally your plastic drink bottles. Hi, Andrea. We're talking about new rules of no plastics can be sold or made anymore. So number 1 in that triangle, the SPI number, is normally your plastic drink bottles and your plastic jars and food product containers. So if you go to a shop and you get, say, something like Nutella or peanut butter, those sort of things that come in the little food jars, they are the number 1 on the bottom, the SPI number. Oh, thanks, Tom Girl City. So if it's got a number 1, they're those. So far, most of those are recyclable, and we'll talk about later about what things are made into. If it's got a number 2, the SPI is a number 2, so a little number 2 in that recycling triangle thing on the bottom of a plastic item. That's your high density polyethylene, and that's known as your HDPE. So we have that. Hi, Ashley. We're talking about no more plastics to be made. So that's, if it's got a number 2 on the bottom of the plastic, it's HDPE. And these are normally things such as safe containers. So these are things that might be okay to use in a microwave, so they can withstand either high heats or extreme cold. So you could put those in the freezer, things like that. So that's if they've got a number 2 on the bottom. That's also your milk cartons. If you've got like a plastic milk bottle type thing, that's normally those. And it's also the plastic normally for detergents, bath products, beauty products, like your shampoos and your bubble bath, those kind of things. Yes, it's an EU directive. So at the moment, it's supposedly now from the 1st of October in all EU countries, although Cyprus seems to be the only country that's been informed of it, that they're not allowed to sell or make any more plastic products. So I'm going through all the numbers of the types of plastic. They were saying immediately it's the one-use products, the banned, but it will be all plastic products. And I'm saying, well, some can be recycled. So we haven't heard any more about that right now. And do go see Danny Day's Homestead. So I've read out, if you go back, I've read out the actual directive from the EU, and I've basically said that we're the only country that seems to be actually doing it. So that's if it's got a number 2 on the bottom. Thanks, Tonga City. If it's got a number 3 on the bottom of your plastic item in that little triangle, the SPI number 3, this is polyvinyl chloride, and this is commonly known as PVC. Oh, I do like the smell of PVC. I used to have Pacamax, not Kagals, not those ones that fold up in their own pocket, just Pacamax, and they were proper raincoats with little plastic studs. And oh, the smell of that and leather, really nice. Anyway, so if it's got a number 3 on, it's PVC. These are your second worst plastics. Did you get your package? No, did not, Andrea. Did not. I've had problems with packages at the moment, not receiving them. No, I have not yet. Have not. I will let you know. Could have gone to the main post office and we haven't been informed by them yet, so I will keep you informed. So the PVC ones are the second worst type of plastic you can have. These are very rarely able to be recycled, and these are things also such as your plumbing pipes. So I'll talk later about what happens if all these are really truly all disappearing. If it's got a number 4 as the SPI on the bottom of your, you like the smell of rubber, as long as it's not burning rubbers, you make your getaway, Jason. So number 4 on the bottom for the SPI means it's made of low density polyethylene. It's LDPE. This isn't the best day for me to do my words. I'm not used to. So this is LDPE. And these would be things such as your food storage containers, kind of like your Tupperware and just your containers you maybe store your foods in, and we put rice bags in and pasta bags, things like that. So homesteader plastic, let's call this. Anything that's durable and flexible. It's also what's cling film or food wrap. I think you Americans call it food wrap. You know, that clear plastic that you wrap sandwiches or things in, cheese and that. So that's made from number 4. Your Ziploc bags are made from number 4. And your like mayonnaise squeezy bottles, any of those sort of squeezy type bottles, they are LDPE. So they're number 4 as well. Number 5 is polypropylene or lean, which is PP. Number 5 is called PP. That's the symbol for it, PP, because sometimes you just get the letters of plastic with the number. Number 5 are things like syrup bottles. So we're talking more, not your squeezable ones, more like what you'd have for, say, maple syrup, like your harder plastic bottles like that. Disposable nappies or diapers, they are number 5 plastic. Your bottles you get from the pharmacy with aspirin, paracetamol, medication, those sort of plastics are number 5. And plastic straws are normally number 5. These types of plastic, now a lot of people say the disposable nappies don't break down. but these are sometimes, depends on the type, because as we know, there's many brands with many different components, hence why you get very cheap nappies sometimes and very expensive ones. They are different components. So some of these plastic items are reused to make things such as rakes, car ice scrapers, and some of the takeaway cups, not your sort of coffee, you know, the modern coffee ones, sippy cups and all that, not those, your basic plastic takeaway cups, some. Number 6, if the SPI, the little code in the triangle, says number 6, this is polystyrene, or we call it styrofoam. And this is the most awful type you can get. This cannot in any shape or form be recycled. From this, you get different coffee takeaway cups, obviously the styrofoam ones, you know what I mean by those. Plastic cutleries made by this, and look out for my video on my actual footage from the wine festival when I went this time, not the past ones, and you'll see something good there. And obviously packaging, so either those little tiny polystyrene balls you have in packaging, I don't know anyone who likes those, they're a nightmare. And also when you buy things, say like a television set or a washing machine, big electrical components, you get all that shaped polystyrene round, don't you, for casing for things, normally far more than is necessary. So those great big things as well. These are the most harmful things to the environment, and nearly 50% of all landfill is from these things. And the last number of the SPI codes is 7. So plastics only range from number 1 to 7. This is any miscellaneous types of plastic or plastic components that are not under any of the previous ones. And these include things such as DVDs, babies' bottles, and storage containers such as first aid kits, you know, I think that look like suitcases, if you like, where you can clip down. Any plastic containers like that, first aid boxes, sometimes you can buy drills and things with lots of components and they put them in molded plastic cases, those kind of containers. And obviously your big, I think you call them totes in America, like the great big plastic containers that you can put shoes in, like loads of shoes, or storage, blankets, things like that, those kind of things. So they are the 7 numbers of plastic. Now, based on, they're saying right away from the 1st of October, it's your disposable, non-recyclable plastic. That says everything in, for me, they haven't said these numbers. This is my research. So they haven't done this list. This is my research. I would say that is anything in number 6, which is the styrofoam or polystyrene, and possibly number 3, which is your polyvinyl chloride, your PVC. But they're saying the EU directive says everything, anything plastic, stop. You cannot make it, cannot sell it. Yes, you're America and Canada. America, Canada, I think you're all right for now. It's an EU thing. Even though, let's say, Cyprus is a tiny country, we're not going to make that much difference to, let's say, for instance, America. So if it was brought out to bigger countries first, surely that would be bigger. But I suppose they're saying EU. Now, technically, when it suits, they class Cyprus as Europe. We're not in Europe, but we are part of the EU. So, but we're the ones who have been told, well, you've got to do it or you're going to get fined. They always do this with us. We should never join the EU. Every time something comes out, we get told we have to do it, we get fined, such as they want they look at the population. No, they don't look at the population. They look at the size of the country, and they said, right, Cyprus is X amount of land, and for that amount of land, a certain percent has to become, from now, solar. Let's say solar panels. Let's just make it simple. And we had that directive. Well, most properties in Cyprus already were, and there is more empty land in Cyprus, as in no land, forest and whatever, like non-habitable land. And they count that as our land mass, that all that area as well must go solar. And there wasn't enough people that wasn't on solar to meet the directive, so we got fined. And yet we're probably one of the best countries for being on solar. So that's how it works for us. Let me just catch up with some of the chat. Treasure Woman says, I try to buy glass, not plastic, when I can. Digging House says, wonder when we'll hear about it. What will they put crackers and chips in? This is my next bit I want to talk about. If they say, let's start with the stuff that is definitely gone, then, all right, there was life before plastic. I'm all for that, but there's some stuff now that we can't get rid of. So let's say plant-based biodegradable plastic, maybe. Yes. Yes. But if you're, as I said at the beginning, a plastics company, yes, it can be turned around, there'll be a way, and so on and so forth. But what are those people doing right now? What are they doing now? So I'm not against this as a per se, but now I've always said with this plastic carrier bag thing, do you Americans still go and get those brown grocery bags? You see them on American programs. Now, why did all countries just not adopt that when they said no plastic bags? Oh, but you can buy them if you like. As I've said at the beginning, Cyprus has said no plastic bags, not even the option of you can buy them, which I agree with. If you're saying no, you can't, or it's bad, then don't go, or it's really bad. But if you pay money, then you can be bad. No. So I think that's number one, that go for the grocery bags, the big brown. I like the idea of that as well, because most of these shoddy plastic bags break anyway when you carry heavy stuff. Still have plastic bags here, but some areas stop using them. Right. So I just made a mini list of, just before starting, of what things I could think of. The first thing, and a lot of countries talked about it but didn't happen, reusable bags. Oh, Primark do brown bags. Oh, I'm upset now. I love Primark. I love Primark. It's worth coming just for Primark. You have plastic bags there. I like these shops where I've seen them around different places. You can take your own containers and then they fill it with your rice or your bubble bath or whatever it is. I like that. Now, I agree with that. So I think some places did start going down that route. Excess wrapping. Well, it annoys me. We don't really have it here. Occasionally you see it. But when you get fruit and vegetables in plastic wrap, it doesn't preserve it. In fact, it does the opposite. You know, plastic sweats, doesn't it? So you don't want that on your fruit and vegetables. It's very rare to have that here. You do occasionally see it. And when we went to Wine Festival, they do these, you'll see them, these really long sweets, glico. They're like these long things with nuts running through the middle with a long bit of string. And we'll always buy them, but I don't know whether it was because health and safety now, but a lot of them were packaged in plastic. Might say, I'm not buying those. We're not having those. So excessive wrapping, whether that be, well, this is a trouble as well. You guys have Amazon. I think a lot of countries have Amazon. Now, all this online shopping, that's adding to packaging. So that's something to consider. As I was saying about if all plastic had to stop, and the manufacturers, we have a company here called Lordos, which is like garden furniture, plastic chairs, plastic tables, plastic sunbeds. So what, are they stopping right now? We did look up the number of that. What did we look just now? 5. That's number 5. That is the same as the medication bottles, the like aspirin and that bottles. So can they stop that? Because they've got to make something childproof if they switch. So that's something there. Let's run down this list first of what I said the things were made of. So let's say number 1, drink bottles. So we've said glass. In the old days in England, you used to go and buy a bottle of Coke or fizzy pop, whatever, lemonade. There wasn't Coke in years gone by in England. I don't remember that as like a young child. But lemonade are whites. And you used to, it was a glass bottle. And when you finished it, if you took it to the shop, you got like 2p back or something like that. Bring that back. Tom Girl City has plastic bags. Digging for Health says Amazon uses a lot of compostable packaging. That's good to know, Andrea. I didn't know that. Cardboard, paper packing. I even get the paper envelope sometimes, but it's not 100% of the time. That's interesting to know. I'm really pleased to hear that. So thanks for that info. Ashley said, I'm an old man, so I remember eggs in cardboard boxes. We still get that here, Ashley, eggs in cardboard boxes, milk in glass bottles, milkman, butchers wrap meat in paper. We still get our cheese and things like that. You still buy from like in the supermarket, but delicatessen counters, and you still get your cheese wrapped properly in like the cheese paper. Bread's only cut if you ask for it to be cut. It's quite the old. The fishes are out in the trays and they wrap that all in paper. So you'd like it here, Ashley. You feel quite at home as you go into dementia. Ashley, we still have milk in glass bottles. See, I'm learning stuff. This is great to learn. We can return the glass for them to reuse and they give us $2 back. Well, how much is it in the first place? How much is it in the first place if you get $2 back? Good grief. Good grief. I'm waiting now, Andrea. And how much is that? Talk about pints. Don't tell me litres. Oh, right. You pay a deposit and you get the deposit back. Right. Okay. Silly me. Silly me. Right. Thanks. I was a milkman for a while. Oh, was you? I crashed the milk float. True story. Oh, my goodness. 4 pints. Thanks, Andrea. So, okay, we've got over the bottles thing. But with all this health and safety, you can't allow children probably to carry bottles around in some countries. Anyway, so that's okay. Plastic jars and food product containers. Well, that's okay. As I say, the old days. Back to the old days with that. That shouldn't be an issue. Number 2, the containers to put in your microwave. Well, to be honest, I hate microwaves. So let's ditch the microwaves. They're probably not good for the environment anyway. So I don't think in my life I've ever used a microwave. Mike's got one. I just don't like the things. Bottled water's a mystery to me. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yes. Totally agree with that. Oh, Mr. Waffles is back. If the table wobbles. Oh, here he goes. Hey, Blue. Mr. Waffles has come to say hello to Blue. And people worry how I hold him. He hangs. Ooh. So there's that. So milk containers, we've talked about that. Detergents, bath, beauty containers. Oh, what about things to go in the fridge? Well, see, back in the day, they didn't have the fridge. Hey, Denise. Hey there, the trouble kitty. This is Mr. Colin Waffles. I have 4, Denise. This is one of the 2 boys. I've got 2 boys and 2 girls. This is one of the boys, Mr. Colin Waffles. He was on at the beginning, really purring loud. I think those on at the very beginning heard him. And by the way, we're promoting Danny Day's Homestead today, guys. So do check out Danny Day's Homestead if you haven't been there. So what else have we gone through? Yeah, as I was saying, you've got shops. I'm sure Blue's mentioned before. If you've got those shops, Blue, near you, where you take your container and they put your rice in and your bubble bath and coffee and whatever. So yeah, I think things to withstand heat or cold. Apart from microwaves, what else? And freezing stuff. What else would you really need to worry about that for? Weigh and Save or zero waste shops. Right, that's what they're called. Have you got any of those by you, Ashley? I think you've spoken about them before as well. Stupidly expensive. This is the trouble with all these, let's just call it good life stuff. A lot of people would want to do it, but it's not cost effective. What's up with Denise? You're not well? Oh, Denise. Oh, Denise, I didn't know you wasn't well. Oh, I wish you all the best. Okay. 2 little ducks, 22. I feel like they should be less expensive. Yeah, because there's no packaging, is there? What else did they have? Oh, right, plumbing pipes. So if they stop, this is one section is the number 3 SPI. So if that is one of the definite stops now, which seems probable, plumbing pipes and such things. Hi, Jimmy. I appreciate your ways of work, Jimmy. You don't have to pop in just because I got on your channel. Big hugs. Blue says you're better off buying it yourself online in bulk and only having one bag arrive with each item for 6 months worth. Is that what you had on your TV program? Those really big bags of, I can't remember what you had, some sort of grain or something in them. The really big bags. Is that from what you ordered? Yep, that's what I do. Cool. Yeah. And they say buy local, and then it's not always cost effective to do so. So plumbing pipes, what will we do about plumbing pipes? Go back to the old clay pipes? Back to the old clay pipes, and it used to be iron pipes. But that they all got taken away because they were really bad. I get enough herbs, much of the dry store items for a year. It's all right, I can read backwards. It helps actually if you mistype. Denise, I like to draw pictures of my friends. I draw a picture of you. You draw a picture of me, girl. You draw a picture of me. You see old Car Junkie sometimes on my lives. He drew pictures of me and I put them up on my other channel with pictures he drew of me. Makes me feel like I should buy some plastic containers now before they take them away. Yeah, they said they've got a certain amount of time. As I read, what was it? As long as they've actually already ordered them and they're in the shop. Single-use plastic products banned from the 1st of October. Where's the other bit? Here, we've asked for a 3-month extension from the implementation from the date of April the 30th to September the 30th. So it's happening now. That was the extension was to the 30th of September to allow for all current stock to be sold, providing the orders were placed before July the 3rd, 2021, when all EU member states should have adopted the directive into law. Ooh, into law. Ooh, is that in the UK, Dawn? It's EU, what I'm reading about. It's EU. I'd like to think it'd be everywhere. It shouldn't be penalised, some people, but I guess who knows. So yeah, pipes, I suppose, go back to the old way, because that's a definite, is number 3. That's the PVC, is non-recyclable. Number 4 is your food storage containers that are durable and flexible, your cling film or food wrap, your Ziploc bags, your squeezy ketchup, mayonnaise bottles. Now that's your low density. In my mind, these numbers should have gone in the order of how bad they are, because this is low density. But then there's more of those not being recycled. Some of it's happening here. The more single-use plastics for takeaways. Yeah, it's going to be law here from 1st of October. Number 5, the SPI number 5, PP. Oh, we're talking about how we're going to get over these things this time. So the storage containers, fine. We've all got storage containers. Cling film. I don't think you need cling film. There never was cling film or food wrap. Go back to, as I say, even in the shops here, we have the cheese paper, the wax paper. So I don't see that's an issue. Ziploc bags. I don't actually, I've probably got 2 of those. I don't have those. I know they're a good thing, but there are other ways and means. And the squeezy ketchup bottles, I feel they're more wastage than the old Heinz ketchup bottles, let's say, the glass ones. Although they were a pain to shake that last spit out, you had to tap it, slap it, and it blobbed out. You could always put a little bit of vinegar in to get that last bit out. These squeezy ones, the ones here, you can't get the lids off. You just flip the top and squeeze it out, and you can't get the top off. And I know there's loads more left in there when you can't squeeze any more out. So I think that's food wastage personally. So that won't be a problem for me. I keep the squeezy bottles for refilling with my own sauces. Yeah, here though, they don't come off. So yeah, that's good. This is the thing. A lot of the stuff, and a lot of us, we reuse things like ice cream tubs. My goodness, I keep those and reuse those constantly. So how are we going to freeze ice cream? How did they used to freeze ice cream? Or did they make it and use it? Did they make it and reuse it? Ziploc bags are awful things. Yeah, they're good for sending seeds. Oh, Josh got my seeds. He sent me a message today and he's going to do a video on my seeds. So do go on in your yard homestead. See my seeds. I said, oh, it's really exciting that I'm going to have my little seeds I grew, and obviously got seeds from the stuff I grew, harvested the seeds, and they're going to be grown in Australia. That's wow. Kind of also glad I sent it that far the first time. I'm picking people for completely different reasons first, really shuffling it and playing it around. So don't be upset if you haven't got them yet, if you haven't been the recipient, because I'm just throwing around, because I don't want to show it to people who've been with me long term, or people that have done this or people done that. I just want to randomly scatter my seeds. Dawn, did you know the little bumps on the glass bottles were where you need to hit it to get the sauce out? You weren't meant to hit the bottom. Cool. Blue's always got little life tips for Dawn. They made it and used it. Oh, the ice cream. They made it and used it. It was a not delicacy, but it wasn't something cheap, was it? Luxury. That's the word, luxury. Blue says, or had it in ice rooms where ice was collected. Oh yeah, ice was collected from the rivers during the winter, lined the rooms or boxes. That's right, I'd forgotten that. Or kept things cold for more than a year. Now you've confused Andrea. There are bubbles on the bottom. I always thought they were braille. to tell you what was in the bottles, because I've got old, really old, like pre-1900, like the lemonade bottles with the marble in and all those sorts of things. And they've actually got bumps and ridges on, so you knew what were in them. I don't think they gave us guide bumps on our ketchup. Yeah, some people thought they were meant to be brow and Andrea, Dawn. The bumps are on the neck. Oh. So what else? So we're all right with not having Ziploc bags, ketchup, mayonnaise bottles, and we'll make our own probably now anyway. Us good peeps. Then number 5 SPI is the PP, which are again syrup bottles, the pill bottles. Now, is there any reason they've got to still come in plastic? As I say, they've got the childproof lid. Just basically any container's childproof, in my opinion. For me, do like kind of a mason jar lid. I'm not sure little children really can figure those out. Do like Chinese puzzle boxes. Do you know those little boxes, and you've got to know like the trick to opening them? They could be the pill bottles. Can you imagine people with Alzheimer's? Bless them. It's like, oh, what was it? Dawn, did you get good sleep? When was this? When was this? In the US, ours has 57 in the best spot instead of bums. Oh, you have Heinz. I've got the history of that, actually, if you're interested. I've got the history of the 57. It was a lie. Meds used to be in glass bottles. Yes, you're true. That's true. I've just learned something new. That 57 is your spot on. You know, Andrea, some people pay a lot of money for a life coach. We've got Blue. Oh, Tom Girl City Squad. I slept good, but I had a dream. Is it a weird dream? I liked, by the way, I must say, digressing a lot here, I liked your recent video when you were down in your recreation room. It was just a nice atmosphere down there. Just saying it. Because I like when you go out as well. Just saying it. I should do workshops for Patreons. Have you got Patreons, Blue? You got Patreons? How many Patreons have you got, Blue? You should, Blue. Blue's going to come back. How many Patreons? 57. They're all called Heinz. It was a good dream. Tell us what your dream was about. We need to know now. So pill bottles. Blue's got us over that problem. Disposable nappies. Well, yeah, sorry. When I was a baby, and even my younger sister, my mum used the terry cloth nappies and washed them and so on and so forth. So, yeah, nothing there. I got 3 of them. 54 to go. 54 to go. As long as I haven't got bumps on their necks. Bumps on their necks. I love terry cloth nappies. They're useful for everything. Yeah, when we will grown up, like 10 years later, my mum cut them up and used us like, not flannels for our face, like, you know, just cleaning cloths. Cleaning cloths. Oh yes, Bambi's had surgery. If you don't know what Bambi is, it's my tripod, but you'll hear about that in the next few videos. I've filmed so much, I've just got to edit it and get out here because I've been out and about, and this is why I'm a bit random. It was funny doing the live today. I felt like first day back at school. I've only missed a week. There's only two lives. Anyway. Where are we? Yeah, so disposable nappies, no problem there. Plastic straws. Now I like doing crafts with them. If any of you need plastic straws and they go, I've got about 1,000 of them. So if there's anyone out there that is willing to pay for the postage of them being sent, not that it would be very much because I like, I've got loads of black ones because I bought them to make chimney sweep brushes for a show. And I didn't want to not have enough. I didn't know how many I'd need. So we did Mary Poppins, and it's a chimney sweep brushes in Mary Poppins, would you believe? So I have loads of black ones, and I've also got, I think, a bag of multicolour, like luminescent ones. I have those. I've been using metal straws for years. I have 5 different sizes. Yeah, for me, I don't like anything. Example, I don't like anything. What do you call it? Like, I need words. I don't like anything hard like that. Like, I think I've lost it. You can get bamboo straws now. I've got bamboo in the garden. When you get the sort of little slithery bits off, I know you can sand them, but you're always going to get those little slithery bits. Yeah, there we go. I could sell bamboo straws. Bamboo straws. I'd rather not use a straw. I get a lot of what's it escaping me now? Indigestion in the last few months, maybe a bit more than that. And so I don't like to do straws anyway because I feel sucking air if you take in air. The little ones and sand them off. I make bamboo straws. Bamboo straws. So, yeah, straws isn't an issue as far as I'm concerned. Now, this is definitely going. The SPI 6 is total ban, gone from 1st of October. Ooh, that will be next Saturday. So this would be coffee takeaway cups. Well, I'm quite against that anyway. I believe that you should be able to take in your thermosy thing, whatever you've got, and have that filled. So I can't see how that's an issue. Plastic cutlery. I'm sure the kiddies' parties will have to deal with that. Oh, the packing stuff. Well, as Andrea said, there are ways to pack without all this polystyrene. There's foam. Now, how bad is actual foam? I don't know the background of foam. Can they use foam, or is foam just as bad? Or what did I order last? I think it was my chopper. I can't show you it now, but you've seen it in a recent video. It's like that cardboard with it looks like that you can plant things in. Like it's one big thing with lots of divots. I can't get through the things on top of it with divots in. And I said that's how you can grow straight carrots, because you can fill all those divots. Now about this big, the divots, like a little mini growing pot, but it's a great big thing of it, and that's what they used around that. Polystyrene foam can't be recycled. Costas and Starbucks and some smaller cafes allow you to take your own cutlery for 50p cheaper than normal. Too right, that's how they should. Yeah, so I'm saying all this sort of cardboardy stuff, like you would use for soundproofing, like people use the old egg boxes, but this is harder stuff. So that can be used for packaging. So I can't see why that's an issue. Can't really see that. And all those bubbles, as I said previously, does anyone go, oh, great, look, all these little foam bubbles, styrofoam bubbles. They're awful. And they're not good for your health. They're not good for animals, probably snort them up. You can imagine your dogs. Egg boxes, I used to have that all over the walls of the studio, yeah. Then number 7, the SPI number 7 of the classifications, DVDs. How are they getting rid of DVDs? Well, are they a thing of the past, or are they still a popular thing now? DVDs. I'm not sure people, I know like LPs are popular again, vinyl and all that, I know that, but there isn't actually a need for those things when everything's online. Baby's bottles and all these, what I was saying, like when you buy your drill, all these plastic containers that clip down, and first aid boxes and so on and so forth. There's those. Blue Self-Reliant says, one of the worst things are those little balls you add to water and they grow and they get into the waterways and kill wildlife and other animals. Yeah. And the trend that I've seen on YouTube a lot lately is buying plastic plants. It's a huge trend, particularly with teenagers and young adults. It's a big trend to buy plastic plants. I cannot abide plastic plants. They're dirt catchers. They get dusty, they fade, they're just nasty. It's a trend. It's a really big trend. Any of you lot got into plastic plants? Blue Self-Reliant says, baby bottles used to be glass. They did indeed. Mine were always a kid. I remember dropping one and shattering. I think this is part of the problem. All this health and safety extremism is one of the reasons everything went into plastic, because glass is cheaper to produce than plastic. Digging for Health says, there's so much. The more I think, yeah, this is what I wanted to get into this for, to get you thinking and then come back and put comments in. I'll just even list things you think of. The more I think about it, everything around me is plastic, even the keyboard. Yeah, I've got that on my list. And the mouse I'm using right now. I'm just trying to figure out how to get around that. Yeah, the new trend here's AstroTurf in the back garden. Like, what's the point? Do you know, around the British state areas here, they use it because they can't bear not to have their green lawns. There's a lot of that in, you drive an area, you go, Britsville. Seriously. You get wooden and bamboo keyboards. Well, to be honest, I love YouTube and I love that I can connect with people like you. And like I said, sending the seeds to Josh. I'd never dreamed that my trees and plants and vegetables from those seeds, they could be grown in another country. I love all that, but I'm not a great lover overall of modernisms. I get the good points, so I can't knock it, but I wouldn't be upset if, I'm not saying YouTube fish more, that would be really like wrong, if it all stopped, no more laptops, no more computers. I wouldn't be heartbroken as long as it was everything, not just take YouTube down or something like that. If it all went tomorrow, I would not bother. I'm of the wrong era for sure, although I love it, this side of it, but no. Where are we? Denise, I have so many nightmares, almost don't even want to sleep anymore. Oh, Denise, hugs. Oh, Denise. If you're ever awake, you can always email me because my time's different to yours. So I'm probably awake and can just chat to you. So drop me an email as long as I'm on my computer, because I don't have a phone, so I don't get notifications. So as long as I'm on my computer, I can always chat. You can get bamboo mouse. Where do you get that from? Don't say Amazon. Don't say Amazon. That sounds interesting. I quite like that. That would remind me of wooden toys you had as a kid. You always had some friend that had all like wooden trucks and wooden this. I'd quite like that. Are they expensive? If anyone's got links to things like this, always put them in my comments, because I'm sure like I'm interested in that. Mike's got to get a new mouse as it is. Oh, yeah, just don't say Amazon. I bet a bamboo keyboard looks cool. See, that'd be fine for me because I never unplug from here. I don't go off with my laptop because I've got dodgy this battery actually doesn't work at all, so it has to be plugged in. And the one I had before, this is Mike's one now that I use, but the one I had before that I was having issues with, if you even slightly moved it or knocked the table, it just cut out. That was dodgy. A link. Oh, it's Amazon. It's Amazon. Oh, that's annoying. If you can, when I've finished, paste it in my comments below. That would be handy for people. When you have one, just wake up, do something you like to take your mind off a bit. Sure. And do something relaxing. Don't do something like play games on computer or something like that. Do something chilling. eBay and other places have them too. We have to order from, I think Mike said eBay Spain we have to order from. There's a reason and I don't know what it is, but we have to order from eBay Spain. There is a eBay Cyprus. See, we don't have the proper stuff. There isn't. It's because countries won't ship to Cyprus. That's part of it. And some countries, if I order something, say, from America, I have to pay shipping, import, and so on and so forth. So that they're very expensive. What's very expensive? They're around £68 for the set, even on eBay. To be honest, I don't think that's a lot when you think what it is. I think in that respect, if you've got money, I think that's okay. Oh, here we go. Wait, I've jumped now. Bamboo keyboard and mouse set is over $50. What's a normal one then cost? Because to me, that doesn't sound like ridiculous. I wouldn't know. I don't buy techie stuff. Oh, how sweet. Tom Girl City Squad. Denise, that's what I do, buddy. When I have a bad dream, I talk to my mum and about it. And I listen to music. I don't go directly back to sleep. Your mum is awesome. She's absolutely awesome. She's just wonderful. Blue Self-Reliance. They last a lot longer. The biggest issues, the plastic ones, are parts breaking. And out here in other hot countries, the heat gets to them. In the end, they become brittle. So that's what I'm saying. In the long run, I don't think that's terrible price. As I say, I don't know what a normal one would cost. Denise, you're very welcome. You can always talk to me. Oh, look, there's some lovely friends. Do go on Tom Girl City Squad. It's a lovely, it's not a big community. It's a very niche community because everyone's really tight on there. Really tight friends. It's really lovely. Blue Self-Reliance, it depends. The cheap ones are around a tenner. Oh, is that all? Oh, gosh. Now I know Andrew said it's expensive, but a decent gaming one can be up to 150 the set. Right. I think it's pretty reasonable, honestly, for what it is. Yeah, as I say, I didn't know what the price of one was, but yeah, that sounds cool. Thank you so much for saying my mum is awesome. Well, that's where you get it from, Tara. Tara's awesome. Tara's awesome. So what did I write down that I kind of thought about? As I said, Lordos, the plastic company here that makes everything you can think of plastic, they make, and that is all they do. So what are they doing now? They do garden chairs, sunbeds, plastic garden tables, buckets, when you've got like a drying rack for washing up, that kind of thing, washing up bowls, you name it, all that stuff, that is what Lordos is. And they're good quality stuff as well. If you want to buy something like that, you go to Lordos. And when we were doing shows, we had to buy however many hundreds of chairs. So we went there because they're quality plastic chairs. They're not like rubbishy wobbly ones and thin and all that. And they have backs that don't split. You know, like a summer chair, you can lean back a plastic chair and eventually they break. No. So we've still got quite a lot of chairs left, actually. We will never run short of garden chairs. So we bought all the chairs from them, got a really huge discount on them because we bought so many. But what will they do now? So Lordos, washing up bowls used to be enamel or just metal. Yeah, thank you, awesome too. As the saying goes, it takes one to know one, Tara. Yes, enamel or metal. Yes, so there's no problem with that. I'm just saying the company as a whole, what have they done? Given notice to all their workers, even if they make a different component or a different way. I mean, you've got machinery to make that. All that machinery is obsolete, possibly. They're saying as well here that straight away, so I don't know what's happening here, and I do know the alternative of this, but sanitary towels, tampons and things like that are all going. Obviously there wasn't such things in the past, so it was anyone who doesn't know, just in case there's some younger people out there that doesn't know, the days before sanitary towels and tampons, they used to get, I might be wrong, people might have done it different, but this is what my mum told me. They used to get whatever they had. You could have a big wad of cotton wool or old rags or whatever you had, depending on what you had, old flannels, old towels, and they used to make like a sanitary pad, and then they used to make either just put that in their underwear, or they used to make, you could actually buy when the first pads came out, they used to have loops on each end, and then you used to wear a belt, and the belt used to have two more bits of elastic, one at the front, one at the back, small with little hooks on, and you used to hook those onto this pad, whether it was homemade or they started like these great big pads, and used to hook them on, and then they used to burn them. They'll export it, hun, to countries they can use. Yes, the equipment, I suppose, possibly, but that's not very cost effective. There's a reason they were called your rags. Yeah, you're on your rag or something, wasn't it? Something like that. Andrea. I've always said they should have been free, because all this discrimination against men, women, I'm not talking about the modern thing going on now, I'm just talking about when it was first discrimination against men and women. Well, women had to pay for things like that. That should have been free or some such thing. Andrea, I'm not rocking a belt and gear. No. Oh, your mum's there. Oh, she's sweet. I do like her hair. I notice she's on camera a lot now, and she never used to want to be on camera, and she needs to wash her feet. I did it for health reasons. Cool. Oh, not cool. Yeah, cool. That means you won't get what they call the change, or what do you call it? You should be okay for that. Okay, so what else did I put? Oh yeah, I'd already said part of what they said was the smoking, the what do you call, like the vaping things now, that's out, but then smoking's quite out here anyway. It's very rare because they try to ban that totally. There's very few people you see. Normally if you see someone smoking, it's normally now a tourist. Obviously the vaping things, because that's got the plastic, that's gone. Cigarette lighters, I just thought of that one. Cigarette lighters, that won't bother us here. Matches. I'm hoping for one in the next few months. Oh, right. Okay. We're talking medical. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, that's a shame then, isn't it? You haven't got a benefit of that then, Andrea. Oh, dear. Oh, that was funny. What about the feet? So I really watch my channels. I'm not one of these who clicks likes goodbye. I really watch. You know I do now to know that. As I say, party plates, even those waxy ones have got plastic in. Paper plates, cutlery, balloons. Now, some of them, it depends on the type. Some are the old like rubbery latex, but some are plastic, got plastic content. And hey, in McDonald's and wherever, where they have that balloon stick, that's gone now. Because toys, think how many toys have got plastic in some shape or form. Toys are out, guys. Oh, we're talking about a wooden mouse. Buy your kids a wooden mouse. Could be like a little car. So back to wooden toys. I think if you've got children now, you need to teach them computers, everything about computers and crafts, whether that's DIY, maintenance, all those trades, and or actual crafts for not survival per se, but you know what I mean, skills, sewing and making and things like that. I've said this before. I always said if I had children, I'd make sure they could play a musical instrument and then they can busk. They can always busk, right? And then I said, the best instrument, if you want to learn an instrument, the best thing to learn is piano, because that is the one that can transpose best to all other instruments. You can't really busk very well with a piano. Guess it. Oh, about the feet, I'm still laughing. Oh dear. Outdoor activity and crafts are better anyway, for sure. My daughter is better at sewing than I am. Oh, she's not better at being on YouTube though, Andrea. Ha. Me too. It's why I've been in and out of hospital the last few weeks. Take it out. I keep telling them and they keep saying no. All right, okay. Okay. Oh, well, that explains a lot, Blue. Yeah. Yeah. It's take it out, or yeah, so you can just get on. That can't be helpful, can it? Oh, trays. Oh yeah, toys. Don't forget toys. We're thinking about toys. You imagine how many types of toys have got plastic. So yeah, back to old toys. Hope they take care of you as really young when they did mine, so I was very hesitant too when that situation was dire. Oh, go and lay down. Okay, Denise. Okay, Denise. Keep in touch, Denise. If you need to chat or anything, just let any of us know. We're all here for you. Yeah, trays. Well, that's not a problem. I think wood's going to suddenly, well, a lot of countries say timber's got very expensive. So are things going to be made back of wood a lot? So surely then wood's going to become really expensive if you're somewhere where there's not much wood. We're lucky here, there's wood everywhere, no people. We will never run out of wood. We've got our own trees anyway. There's trees all around. There's always fallen wood. When the carrot pickers go all around the area around here and pick them, the branches all fall off. I go and get the branches. I need to plant more trees and bamboo then. Well, is that your cue? Anyone who's got land, get growing some trees, I say. Get growing some trees. Yeah. So we need to think, if plastic goes, think of all the things that are plastic that you need, and think of your, as you say, you're going to go and rush now and buy all your plastics that you'd kind of want. Trying to grow fruit trees. Yeah, I'm onto fruit trees this spring. Although for the space they take, and when you think, let's say an orange tree, it's lovely and you can do a lot with it, but you're not going to get wood to cut off of that for fires or building. And all right, you get a lot of oranges and there's a few things you can do. But to me, prime area is, vegetables. vegetables. We're lucky here. We can get pallet wood for nothing. You can just go and get it from the port, or I've said before, go to places where, like warehouses or shops where they have electrical stuff like washing machines and that, and just ask. Go and get their pallet wood. We build so much out of that, and we've got things we're building now with it. Yes, your freezer products at the moment, your peas and beans, if you buy things for your freezer, they all come in plastic bags. Your pet food comes in plastic bags. Your animal feed comes in plastic bags. It's all good. I'll make a big enough pan myself and then makes it's actually cheaper to take it out. Yeah. Well, thoughts are with you, Blue. Yeah, you've got two things. If you've got male consultants, how can they know? And if you've got female consultants that have never had issues, as in pains and things like that, if they're like hard and they've never had pains, then they're like, oh, get over it. So you can't win, really. You can't win. CD cases. You don't have videos, but anything you have like that, they'll be gone. So we spoke of laptops. What about the phones? What about your phones? And they are deliberately made to be throwaway items now. Within a year or two, they get broken or damaged or play up just as the new version's coming out. So they are deliberately made as throwaway items. Things like rechargeable batteries, they don't last, so they're throwaway items. So how are we getting through the phone situation? I don't know. If any of you have got a phone, I don't think that's got a plastic number on it. I'd like to know what number plastic that is. They need to make things better. But they want to make a throwaway society because you've got to keep buying. They don't want to make something that lasts. They don't want that. They'll be out of business. Hence why people are paid to have the new phone on social media and whatever else to show it. I've got it. This channel, I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, you still got the one from 2 years ago. Oh, that's really old. It's pressure. Oh, hope it's good news. I drove over my old phone. It was fine. I have to put a case on the new one to keep it from breaking. Yeah, it's deliberate. Deliberate. And all these TVs, you've got to have the latest, and, you know, all these, yeah, TVs. What are you doing about your TVs? What are you doing about TVs? That's plastic. Speakers, plastic. Light stands, plastic. Plastic. Your glasses, a lot of glasses, plastic. Throwaway contact lenses. Are they one day use, one time use? Throw away, plastic. Hearing aids, a lot of those are disposable. All these earbud things, earphone thingies, what do you call them? Earbuds. I think they're called earbuds. More like earbuds. Our TVs are turned into our PC monitors. Yeah, we will try and link the laptop up to that. So in the winter, when we go in the winter lounge, we can. We got given a big television screen. We need some more power first, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We talked about the containers for tablets. What about the actual tablets? They have plastic coating, a lot of paracetamol and those kind of tablets. They actually have plastic coating. Now, they're a one-time use, so they're banned here now, surely. They're banned here. Think about that one. What are they doing about that? I don't know why they bother with those. Are they supposed to be? Hey, squirrels, we're talking about here in Cyprus, there's no more one-time use plastic stuff allowed on the 1st of October onwards. So we're talking about all the things that are made of plastic and how the country can carry on functioning, basically. Yeah, these retainers. In America, you have these retainers for your teeth, aren't they? Plastic. Now they're throwaway. If you've got the ones where you're trying to realign your teeth, you use them for a month or something, then you go the next size. That's throwaway. That's throwaway. Working parts of things like your fire extinguishers and things like that. Components of many, many things. I don't mind if they change all of this, if they actually have a reasonable plan in place. Oh, the EU top bods, don't worry about that. They just make these things. And you can guarantee they won't get rid of anything. We said that here because you've got the British bases. They just keep flying in because they've got their own airport, and they actually fly out also from an illegal airport in the north, and they would just fly things in. And that's the other thing, from the north area of Cyprus, because it's under it's seized at the moment, let's say, they just carry on selling stuff there because they're not part of the EU, and they just bring things across, and people go across and buy stuff. So they go and check at the border. Who knows? Go make dinner, we'll watch on the phone. Cool. Capsules and coatings on tablets are glycerine or biodegradable plant matter. Interesting. What else? Your fans. How are you going to manage without your electric fans? They are plastic. I'll have to look at a number on those, see what numbers they are. We talked about buckets and all sorts of things. Plant pots. Well, we know how to deal with that, but they'll be gone. They're plastic. Tool parts of tools, handles of tools. As was it Andrea said, the more you think about it, you're like, goodness, it is a plastic world. Blue, many fans can be purchased with wooden wings or metal ones. My ceiling fan is wood and metal. Cool. So there we go. That's already solved. Everything's able to be made with hemp. Ooh, hemp. I tell you what, if this comes in to all the EU, anyone who's already wise to it and starts making solutions could be on a right old winner here, I would say. All your wipe down tablecloths, all your think of disabled people and people in homes and that they have plastic bibs, and you have your carers that have the plastic aprons. I know some of the disposable gloves are latex, but you've got the plastic ones there. You've got plastic hair coverings. You've got your like UV when you work on the motorways or freeways or on railways, your safety jacket, your UV safety jacket, a lot of that is plastic. Are the safety hats, you know, the hard hats, I believe they're plastic. Then have what about a bike crash helmet? You have to wear that now. Everything's able to be made with hemp. Get making, squirrels. Get making. Hemp. Need to know more about hemp. Hemp and other plant-based plastics are a good solution for a lot of things. Bamboo fibres too. There are some things we don't want to be biodegradable though, like the handle on the car. Ooh. Need to make some videos on hemp, you two. Make some videos on hemp. That'd be interesting. Now, these 3D printers they have now, which are very clever, you can make anything from them. Isn't the material they use, isn't that plastic? Am I right in thinking that they're all made from types of, like the sheeting stuff they use, isn't that plastic? I believe. Paint tubs, rain mats we've talked about, pet food bags we said, blinds. Are some blinds plastic? Chewing gum is plastic. A lot of foods have plastic in. Beauty and hair items, such as hair clips, all those kind of things. They get metal ones, so that's okay. All your curlers and curling irons and hair dryers and razors, plastic. Yeah, as Andrea said, when you think about it, pens, stickers, labels, IDs, all the IDs have plastic coating on them, so they can't be infiltrated. Passports, all the pages are covered in that sealed plastic. If my chicken coop is plastic. Plastic money. A lot of countries are switching to plastic money. You got to handle that over here on the 1st of October. Credit cards. Credit cards. And as I said, drain pipes and piping, all sorts of piping, guttering, plastic. Wood rots very, very fast here in Georgia because it's so wet and hot. Yes. As I say, a lot of the things we've gone through, there are ways and means, but my main concern is the manufacturers. If your company was making plastic, think how that would affect you. You've got 50 people employed, you've got a lot of machinery, you're paying rent for a warehouse. You can't just go, oh, sorry, we can't make it anymore. Doesn't work like that. So these are the people that need consideration for sure. Definitely. But between us all, I think we've got through a lot of things. But again, as Andrea said, when you think about it, there's far more plastic components. It's not always just an item that's plastic. It's components of something as well. So you might go, oh, that's all right. Oh, that microphone. Oh, the plastic leads, all the cords to things. A lot of those are plastic. So, yes, a lot to think about there for sure. And that's why I wanted to do it. I thought, oh, especially if anyone watching is in the EU, because they say it should be for everybody, should start the 1st of October. And I will keep you informed on it for sure to tell you what happens. As they say, they can still have them in the shops for now. What was the saying they wrote? They had an amendment for 3 months extension from the implementation date, which was April the 30th. Extended to September the 30th to allow for all current stock to be sold, provided the orders were placed before July the 3rd, 2021, when all EU member states should have adopted the directive into law. And I think that says a lot as well, that it's not just, oh, you can't, it's law. And there's nothing to say, are all countries going to do the same thing if people don't follow the law? There's nothing about that. There's no more information. That was just on our news. So I copied it out offline, copied it all out. And as I say, I looked up myself because they said single-use plastic products banned from October the 1st. But it does then say all plastic items. So is that coming on later? I think that's from February the 18th, 2023. Plastic scrapped entirely from February the 18th, 2023, including single-use items such as food, drink containers made of polystyrene foam, wet wipes, and so on and so forth. So, as I say, it's really soon, yes. And to say we only just heard that it was on our online news, I was like, crazy. I'm just hoping, well, they say it's been extended. So I'm just hoping all these businesses and companies knew way back. There's a guy at Timmy Market, the market we went to, and his stall is just selling all for shops, really, plastic bags, like packs of hundreds, and dustbin bags, refuse bags, garden, like the big sacks for gardening when you put your leaves and things in. And that's all he's got. He's got all those kind of things, anything plastic and baggy, if you like, and that's all his. So, okay, he's only one little guy. He might do other things as well. He might have a big shop. I don't know. But sometimes it's the little guys that can't afford to do something else. Let's say he just does that on his own and that's his thing. He hires a stall out and that's it. That's his job gone. Who knows? He might have a great big factory somewhere and he just comes and sells it all. I don't know. But as I say, it's these people where that is their life, their livelihood. It's not just saying to a shop, you can't sell it anymore. Actually, the businesses can't produce them anymore. So that's quite scary, really. It's how the world's become. At any time, click, can't do that anymore. I think we have to, all these preppers, and be prepared, and it really, you don't know what's around the corner. It's a good thing, but as I say, these SPI numbers, perhaps they should have said, right, from this date, it will be the one-use stuff you can't do anymore. Then from this date, the non-recyclable plastics. As I say, it's not very clear about how much of everything plastic they're going to talk about. I remember them talking about different types of cooking oil a few years ago and outlawing some. I don't think they ever did it, though. No, and as I say, they do use Cyprus as the scapegoats. As I say, no, I've not seen anyone else talk about it in the other EU countries. They seem to direct it all here. We have to do it. No one else does. And then it's either make or break. It's just not right. And I kind of think that's why they asked for a 3-month extension, because you've not heard any other country talk about it or say about, well, they've asked for extensions. I wonder if that was Cyprus playing the game to see, right, well, let's see what these other countries do. They've all asked for 3 months extension, or have they asked for 6 months extension? You just don't know. Yeah, poor Cyprus. No. I think it's just, as I say, whoever makes these rules, they still carry on their little jolly lives, driving their golf buggies, ordering a new golf buggy, and off they go in their big plastic bubble. Oh, wobbled the table. Oh dear, yeah, that says it all, doesn't it? Oh, but they've got to be careful these days. People watch them, don't they, and just try and catch them out. Yeah, I'm sure golf buggies are plastic, are they? They'll order a new one. But yeah, I mean, it's like when we don't have it here, but a lot of countries have panic buying for certain things. Well, it was like when England was doing all this Brexit and, oh, you won't be able to get this brand and that brand anymore. So they all panic bought, they all went out, bought all these brands and stashed them away. Okay, But when it's gone, then what? So why are you rushing? You're just extending the time you'll have it for before you don't have it. Their plastic golf carts, laugh out loud. But that is the way it goes. And they have their big mansions decorated, and all the decorators come in with their big gallon buckets of paint in their big plastic gallons of paint. But where did you get that from? It says that as well. We can't import stuff, so it's not. We can't just sell it. Can't import it or anything, because that would defeat the whole object really as well. But I'm sure, as I say, sit and think of other things that are plastic, and you sit there, you'll be doing something else. You just go, oh yeah, that, or you'll use something. We were saying all. I know you can get metal ones and wooden ones, but we're saying all kitchen. What do you call it? Not instruments, like your mixing spoons and all that sort of stuff. Your plastic bowls for baking and all that. Yes, there are different and whatever. But if you had to, let's play this game. If you had to get rid of everything in your house tomorrow that was plastic, just have a look round your rooms, around your house, and go, gosh, there'd be nothing left. And don't forget that even includes things that part of it is plastic. Hey there, Mirror Reflections. Toggle City's mum. You finally got on your thing, because you talked a long time ago about saying you did have a channel. Are you actually active on your channel? Is there anything to see on there? I'm going to write your channel name down. I knew you was, because I saw your picture. Mirror Reflections. Well, that means you subscribed, because it's subscribers only today. I think even my flooring is fake wood, probably plastic. Yeah, that would be a good game for everyone to do. Just even one room, I bet you'll be astounded, and just pretend you had to take out anything plastic or part plastic. And I'd be interested to know how much would be left in anyone's room, just one room, you could say a room, how much you would actually have left in a room. That would be awesome. Oh, lovely. Oh, thanks, Andrea. That's really lovely. Yeah, I want to know if you've got any content on your channel. Because if it is, I will pop over. I will see what you're up to. Oh, dear. Yeah, so don't forget, guys, Andrea's putting your channels up, so make sure you do go and have a look at Andrea's channel. Andrea, put your link up, hun. Put your link up. I see content. Oh, how many content? So good to see you today. It's good to see you. Good to see you. While you're there, I've got a video coming out Wednesday on my other channel, and you guys are going to absolutely love it. If you can put Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty up, Andrea, I'm sure it's Wednesday. You're all going to love it. Let me just check it is next Wednesday, because I always write in what one I'm putting up next, so it's ready to post. I'm sure it's going up on Wednesday. So it's on my other channel. Yes. All go on my other channel on Wednesday. And it's called Gerald the Talking Gorilla. You're going to love it. You're all going to love it. But yeah, particularly Tara and her mum, because we dress up. Dawn's dressed up, and it's funny. It took me ages to do it. It took me absolutely ages. It's what I think Andrea was saying the other week, that when you work hard on a video and spend ages doing it, you don't get many views, and then something you can like, oh, just chat and put that up, or just show the garden or something, and it gets more views. So love it. I just wanted to put it up straight away. It took me ages to do it, absolutely ages. And because I'm dressing up as three people, it was hard to film because obviously I can't concentrate on where I am, and I had to do all of one bit, then all of someone else, and then all of the other person, and I had to do all three, dress up, and I'd missed a bit out of one, so it's okay. I got round it, but it's so I haven't shown my kit yet. For me, it's my favourite video I've ever made, and I've made some funny ones. But yeah, you guys need to watch that. So it's next Wednesday, because I only post on Wednesdays on that channel. So the next one's that. And in the description below, I put a link to what I posted on Wednesday, last Wednesday on that channel. There's a link below. It's positive quotes. And I'm doing a whole series of them. I think this is episode number 3. So if you like positive quotes, I've been putting a lot of effort into the videos that I'll be releasing for. Oh yeah, I sent you a message for the link. You put my link up for this channel, and I put the other one up because you didn't have that in the links. And I've put the dates. I don't know if you've seen your messages yet, but I've put the dates of when I'm doing. As I say, Tranquility only goes out on a Wednesday post. So it's whatever Wednesday the 5th is the one on Tranquility. And then because you've said the dates you have to put up that week, this channel's one will go up on the 3rd. So I'll put those in your comments. Oh, right, cool. Thank you. I thought, oh, maybe you think, oh, well, it's both me. But no, it's another channel. I've been putting a lot of effort into the videos I'll be releasing for Pumpkin Palooza. And there is one video that I was tired. Oh, I bet I'll get more views. Oh, I'll look for that now. Do you want to put a link to that up, Andrea? Andrea's doing a collaboration. Put the dates up as well, Andrea, because I don't want to say it wrong. I think it's the first week of October. Your channel, if you post a pumpkin recipe, but there's rules. You have to link Andrea's channel, and you also do hashtag what she's put there, Pumpkin Palooza 20, whatever the year is, 2022. But go on her channel and look. She'll put the link up. So if you can make something with pumpkins, a recipe, obviously it has to include pumpkins. I thought that was funny when you said that, Andrea. And I might just tell you about one of my recipes. Hope everyone's having a great day. Sun shines out and it's another wonderful day. That's lovely. Reflections. Hi, Mum, I love you. Oh, that is so sweet to put in the comments, Tara. I hope she replies. Oh, there we go. So if you can make something, guys, with a pumpkin, here it is, the dates, 1st to the 7th of October. That's when you've got to post the video, and you've got to link Digging for Health, like the @ sign, and the hashtag. You've got to do both of those. I think one of the videos actually put in the video, and then I did in the description and a hashtag or something, because I got confused. But anyway, and then I don't know what you're doing. Are you sort of saying the channels or something? I don't know. But anyway, oh, there's prizes. There's prizes. Do you want to put about that or not? No, they can come and look at the video. And she's got some really awesome prizes if you want to take part. So do join in, guys, because it gets your channels out there. Gets your channels. She's making a playlist. I think it's really good. 8. Yes, I saw that video. You did an extra video to say extra prizes. It's because it's so popular. So popular. Oh. So did I post today? Yes, I posted today. I posted about the best way to grow in a heat wave. So I've got that. And my next video on this channel will be posted Wednesday. And it's going to be my shopping haul, my fun shopping haul from Jumbo. Yes, Dawn bought more from Jumbo. So if you don't know what Jumbo is, you'll have to look. And I got mail. Ooh, Dawn got mail. Yes. And you can probably guess where I got mail from. That's how I got Danny's sticker. And I've also done a big shout out for Danny's channel as well. And she sent me a lovely little letter. So I read that as well. So there was that. Oh, look, this is so sweet. I love you, my daughter and wonderful friend. Oh, you're just darling, you two together. Andrea says, I hope it will be a great opportunity for people to make connections. I will be keeping a playlist so viewers can watch everyone's videos too. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really nice. Yeah, it's a way to sort of see other channels. As I say, I always sometimes, if I want sort of new connections, I look in people's comments because I think, well, if I like Andrea's channel and these all like Andrea's channel, then there must be something that we've got connecting or going on or of interest. So yeah, but I'd be interested to see who you did list in your hashtags, but I didn't actually read them all, to be honest. There was a lot there. But yeah, I'd be interested how many I know and how many I don't know in there. Yeah, so mirror reflections, get your pumpkin cooking going down. Actually, you should do one and Tara should do one. You should both do one. 50. Wow, 50. 50. Yeah, I want to see that now. I want Tom Girl City Squad to be on that list. And I want mirror reflections to be on that list. Need you on that list, guys. Make something each, do a pumpkin thing each. Doesn't have to be difficult, but you just have to do the recipe or show yourself doing it. That would be great. Some just getting started on YouTube, some huge channels. Oh, that's cool. Because I'm always looking for new channels starting out. You know, I like to support anyone new that's taken the plunge. I love to do that. Really do. Love to help people out like that. So yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, so that's when my pumpkin ones are going up. For 3rd of October for this channel and 5th of October for Tranquility channel. See, I've got it on my calendar so I don't post something else. I think Pawpaw's Kitchen's Nurse. Oh, I did see that one. I did see that one actually. Ah, where are they from? Don't know where they're from. That's what I do as well. When I go or see a new channel, I always go on their About page and see what country they're from. You're always a joy. I'm so happy to be here. I love your accent. I knew you were going to say that. You want to go to Danny Day's homestead because she only comes on my channel to hear me talk. He's in the US, Texas. There's a lot of channels in Texas out there. There's a lot of channels in Texas. There really are. I'm quite astounded by that. One of my fairly long followers is from Texas. That's Jan Homestead. It's funny. I have to remember channels' names because there's so many people change their channel names. I'm like, oh. And there we go. There's the link. There's the link. I will actually go on when you've got your playlist and pick them up. I find it difficult to pick them up off the chats. I don't think I can do anything from here anyway. I think if I click here, I'll just ban you. I can pin the message, but that'd be your message. Oh, I suppose, yeah, pin that. I'll put you in timeout. Hide you, remove you. No, don't want to do that. An awesome moderator. Oh, I love the way as well. I'm clicking all over the place to try and stop it. I love the way on the community post shout out I did for you. I love that you went in and sort of replied to people's comments on that. Don't ban you. I wouldn't ban you. Thank you, Mum, for coming. I bet you're in the same room side by side. Tell me if you two are sitting next to each other. I bet you're in the same room. That'd be so funny. All we need now is Mike to come on. Are you there? Are you busy? I want to know if you're sitting next to each other. I think the best video on Tongale City Squad was the live where we were all dressing up spontaneously. You know, Andrea, where you could sort of click off and click back on the live. We were like on the screen and we'd click off and then one would get a funny hat on and click back on. Was it Denise that was doing the sock? Was that Denise? I think it was Denise doing the sock. That was funny. That was so funny. Oh dear. And Andrea, you know what the best thing is about your channel, what I watch, when you come on the first 3 seconds, and I do watch more, the first 3 seconds, and you're just so smiley, you're like, oh, hello, and oh, so happy. Yes, we're sitting by each other. You're crazy people. You're absolutely crazy. I can't believe it. Is that your smiley face? She's using my laptop. I'm using my phone. Oh, you got your laptop working? Because last of that, there was issues again. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, Andrew, what happens is, I'm assuming the parcel you've sent is quite small. That I have actually got filming of Mike going to the post box, because you all keep asking about the post box. So I have got that, which is going with something I now can't show. I've got issues. So I need to edit that and add something else to it. But long story. But at some point, you'll see the post box. So you'll see the size of it. If it's like not quite that big. If things go in there, it's normally for letters or small parcels or packages. If it goes in there, we go round the back of the post office, and that's where our P.O Box is. We can get that. We've got a key. We open it. If there's a bigger parcel or something they're dubious about, you get this coloured slip in there. And basically the coloured slip means you have to go in the post office. Well, if Mike goes at a time when the post office is shut, he obviously just takes the slip and remembers to try and go their time there. Or if it's open, he goes round into the post office. It's only a tiny little post office, not like a big one. And then he hands it over and they give you the parcel. Sometimes things don't come to our post office, which is miles away. It's like 40 minutes away. Sometimes they don't go there. I'm not always sure why they don't go there, because as I say, if they're big, you've just heard that. But when we used to order like big boxes of dance stuff, or I think when there was the T-shirts, there was the issue from Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. There was issues about we had to pay import charges on those because they were new clothes, even though it was a prize. I think that was at the main post office. So things, and as I say, when we used to order like loads of dance shoes for the dance school and things like that, that always went to the main post office. I don't know if it's because how it came or because it looks business. I don't know. But then we normally get, I think we get a phone call normally from them, or I think occasionally we've had a slip in the box a different colour and it says go in the post office and they tell you you've got to go to the main post office. So what I'm saying is there would be some information, but you say it's there. Can you tell where it is? Because that will tell me where it is. It could be that it's at the main one and they haven't called yet or haven't sorted it. It could be that. So I wouldn't worry yet about it. But I don't know if you've got kind of an address where it is, or it just says, if it says Limassol, that's no help because both those post offices are in Limassol. Oh, Blue's back. Hi, Blue. Dinner's on. We need the menu, the dinner menu, of course, Blue. I'm so happy today. Can you say it's a wonderful day? It's a wonderful day. Which accent would you like? It's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day. By Jove, it's a wonderful day. Ghoulish soup. Okie dokie. I'm not coming tonight. What is, oh, goulash, is it? Goulash. My mum used to make goulash soup. I love it. My daughter said that it will be a good idea for me to make another comment. This is the first time anyone has asked me to keep on talking. That's so funny. Oh dear. You know what? You want to do a live and see if you get more views than Tara. That would be so funny. Yeah, I did have all the ingredients. I kind of made it up as I went along. So it's ghoulish. Very good. When I fill out the customs form, I always select gift and no value, so it shouldn't value. I think that was what happened with Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla. I think, did Jeff put prize or something? But he filled in the value. That was the problem. I think that was the problem of it. He put value, whether it was so I knew what the T-shirts were worth, because he sent two. I won the prize for a T-shirt. Won the T-shirt with, you'll see it when it's cooler weather. It's the purple one. It's only, I've got two purple tops, but I want to wear it again, but it's too hot. So whether he wanted me to know the price value, because he sent me one, and he also said what size is Mike, he'd like to send him one as well. What colour would he like? So we got two. So he put the value, and because they were expensive, they weren't just normal T-shirts, so expensive. It cost me money to get those. Shouldn't charge. Ghoulish is cute. You can put $1 if it makes you. Oh, right, cool. I figured, yeah, here we have to say what we're posting, and they have a right to open it. It used to be, because in bygone days when we first here, we used to send Christmas presents and whatever. Mike didn't know what everything was, and one time they just put Christmas gifts, which I think is bad because you get postal thefts, so you don't want that anyway. And now apparently they say you have to say exactly what it is and they can open it, so we just make it up. And sending Josh's seeds, we didn't send it via the post office. Because if we put seeds, they wouldn't have gone. And they went, I said it, I think at the beginning, just received them, so it worked. We just had to guess how much to put on the stamps. I figured it's a good time of year for it, Andrea. Ha ha ha, cray face. Almost Halloween. Perfect timing, Blue. Oh, look, she's with the emojis. Ha ha. Do the emojis. Give me an emoji to be. Same here now too. Everything is marked and can be opened. Oh, same here now too. Everything is marked and can be opened. I think that's fair enough. Fair enough. She's on the Christmas tree. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes. Oh dear. Yeah, give me an emoji to be. That'll be the ghost. Yeah. Definitely lost it today. Yeah, so I've got a lot of footage. I've got when we went to the wine festival. I'm going to insert that with showing you some of the stuff I got from the wine festival. And no, it's not wine. We did get wine, but I'm not showing that. Oh, yeah, emojis, I can be. What's that? Oh, it's like a dragon thing. I can't really see that one. How can I be a black flag? What does that even mean, the black flag? What does it say when you hit the black flag emoji? Does it represent something? Had a skull on it. It'd be a pirate. I don't know. My mum likes to be funny. It's a Welsh flag. Oh. It just didn't turn up. The Cornish flag is black with a white cross. I know that. I know the Cornish flag. Do you know the Cyprus flag? What's a skull for? Oh, for Halloween. Supposed to be a Welsh dragon. Yes. Oh, right. I'm with you. Right. Yes. A Welsh dragon. Of course it is. Shall I do a Welsh word for you? Back. Back. You know what that means? Back. It's dad. It's dad. Laughing to myself. Laughing myself to death. That's what it is. Oh dear, that's so funny. That's so funny. Hold on now. I can't believe it's nearly October. You lot talk about Halloween. What we're on now? Monday. Well, Monday's practically gone. Cross off Monday. I'll get confused tomorrow. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more days. It's October. It's still blooming hot here. It's very hot. My mum loves Donny Osmond and Rick Springfield. I don't know who Rick Springfield is, but my big sister liked Donny Osmond. I was more into David Cassidy and do you know the Bay City Rollers? Bay City Rollers. So you was either the Osmonds or the Bay City Rollers, really, pretty much. Don't know who Rick Springfield is. Yes, I've got to go because it's gone over the 2 hours and I'm getting silly. We need to have some dinner. It is now 7:37 p.m. in Cyprus. Bark is used as a term of endearment for the little ones, means small, so it's kind of used a word for dear as well. Oh, you know, you're Welshy. You know, you're Welshy. Right, so yes, I really am going to go. Thank you all for being here. We've had a lot of fun again. Do what I said. If you have time, just choose a room even and just look round and think if you had to remove everything that had plastic in it, has plastic in it or is made of plastic, and you had to remove it from your room, how much stuff would be left in your room? That would be very interesting. So do go back later on under this comment, write some more plasticky information there. I'll be really interested on your thoughts and things you suddenly think of that are plastic, and that would be great. Most of it would still be here. That's cool. Oh, love all of them you mentioned. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to go, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate your company. We've had such a laugh. Until next time, as always, Meraki.